Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot here today to go over this month's July's edition of my movie and TV bucket list. Very excited to let you all know it's available on streaming platforms that we can enjoy and all talk about this month. But before we dive into it, as you can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my social media accounts. If new to the channel, definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of that new content. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, helps out the channel tremendously, but also really appreciate it. And last but not least, let me know in the comments what new movies on streaming platforms, VOD, new Blu-rays, video games. Let me know what you're most excited to see come out in the month of July. Let me know your comments in the comment section. So before I dive into the movie and TV bucket list for this month, just a quick little plug. I got a lot of things planned this month. Number one, starting off with, I have my next watch along this Friday, July 3rd for Midsommar. I have an incredible panel that's going to be talking about this film with me, as well as just other great, amazing topics that I have lined up. That's this Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, Midsommar watch along on this channel. Also, Dark is my favorite series right now. I just love that show. And this Sunday, July 5th at 5 p.m. myself and an incredible panel of travelers will be doing a Dark series discussion this Sunday, so definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss that video. It's going to be a great discussion. And then my boy over at Flicks Talk, David, we do a weekly movie and TV news discussion where we just break down everything in pulp culture, so definitely make sure you tune into his channel this Sunday, 12 p.m. We're going to be talking all things movies, TVs, recommendations, trailers, and all that fun stuff, so definitely tune into his channel and catch up with us this Sunday. So with that being said, again, if this is your first time watching one of my movie and TV bucket lists, this is essentially where I go over Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, we got Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, HBO Max. This is essentially where I go over all the streaming platforms, let you all know what I'm excited for, what I'm going to be reviewing this month, and also, like I said, I want to know what you all are most excited for in the comments below. So before we even get into July's new movie release dates in regards to streaming, at least, because we know we're not getting any movies in the theater, which is a perfect segue into a what-if scenario, right? If COVID-19 never hit us, let's just briefly go over what films would have initially came out this month of 2020. So Free Guy, the new Ryan Reynolds kind of video game, real-world type of movie, was supposed to come out July 3rd. We have The Forever Purge, which I'm still amazed that this franchise is still around. They had 2 seasons of a TV show, just insane. We had the Forever Purge was supposed to come out July 10th. We have the new Gerard Butler disaster movie Greenland was scheduled for July 31st. You have the Jungle Cruise, Emily Blunt, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Disney movie was supposed to come out July 24th. We have the Minions, which I didn't know they were making another Minions movie, but that is supposed to be the Minions Rise of Guru was supposed to be July 3rd, but I think that got pushed back to next year. Of course, you have the Sony Marvel Morbius vampire film with Jared Leto, July 31st. And then you have the big one. Obviously, Tenet was scheduled for the 17th of July, and then it got pushed back to the 31st, and now it's pushed back to August 12th. We'll see if Christopher Nolan's film comes out. And then the one that was supposed to kick off the COVID as far as movies to see at the theater was July 1st, Unhinged with Russell Crowe. Got pushed back to July 10th, and I'm not sure when that movie is supposed to be coming out now. I'm surprised they just haven't announced that it's coming out on VOD because it looks like a VOD film, if you ask me. But those were the what-if films that were supposed to come out before all this kind of hit the fan, but luckily we still do have Netflix and Hulu and Disney and all those streaming platforms to entertain us while these films are being delayed. So kicking things off, I'm going to start off with the king of the hill, in my opinion, as far as streaming services go, and that is Netflix. Coming out tomorrow, July 2nd, we have Warrior Run. Now, I saw the trailer a couple weeks ago. It got some lukewarm responses in regards to the feedback from people seeing the trailer. I actually enjoyed the hell out of that trailer. I'm a sucker for supernatural shows and supernatural movies, and it just looked really cool to me, and it really reminded me of Buffy. And I was growing up, Buffy was my thing. I love the spinoffs, Angel, and I love, the love triangle with Spike and Buffy and Angel. I mean, I love that stuff. So I'm looking forward to Warrior Run. It's essentially, as the title hints, there's nuns that are warriors that are fighting off demons and fighting off supernatural stuff, and I just thought it looked really cool. So that will be premiering tomorrow, July 2nd on Netflix. Expect a review for that. And I'm really looking forward to this show, and hopefully it lives up to the hype for me personally. But the following day, we have this, the following day, July 3rd, which is a Friday, we have The Babysitter's Club. Now, this is a franchise that I wasn't too familiar with, but I've been hearing some really good things from people that have had early screeners of this show on Netflix, and I believe it's based on a kid's book, like sold millions of copies of the book. It was a movie, I believe, in the early 2000s, but now we have a TV show. And like I said, I don't know nothing about it, but I've been hearing some really good things about it. I heard it's really positive, very enlifting, very encouraging, just a really sweet, charming show. And I think we all need something like that right now in regards to positivity. So I'm going to see what the first couple episodes are about and let you all know if it's something I'm going to review come this Friday. And then later that same day, I've been looking forward to a horror show. I haven't seen a good horror show in quite a few years. Probably the most recent horror show I can think of that I really enjoyed probably dates back to 2018. That's the Haunting on Hill House. But come this Friday, we have Ju-On Origin series premiere. Now, Ju-On is translated to The Grudge, which I don't remember the last time I saw a Grudge film. I think it was the one with Sarah, Buffy. I can't think of it. Sarah Michelle Gellar. And I don't really remember that film too much. And I know most recently they had the remake of The Grudge that came out this year, which tanked. So some things just don't translate well to the American audience. And I know that, the initial international market that it was made in Asia and China, it was really well known. So I'm looking forward to seeing this being kind of properly told and the origin stories of that. And like I said, I hope it's a creepy, weird, scary show. And I'm looking forward to that. So that will be this Friday as well. Transitioning into Friday, July 10th, we got a film that I'm actually really looking forward to. That is The Old Guard, starring Charlize Theron, who is one of my favorite actresses working today. She is not only a phenomenal actress when it comes to drama and comedy, but action. She is such a kick-ass actress. I think of Furiosa. I think of, her in Atomic Blonde, and just such a great actress, Hancock. So this is an action fantasy film, and basically it's a group of mercenaries that are all centuries-old immortals with the ability to heal themselves. They discover that someone finds out their secret, and they have to fight to protect their freedom. The trailer looked pretty kick-ass. The posters look pretty kick-ass. And again, I'm a sucker for Charlize Theron. I think she's a phenomenal actress, and I think when she does action, she does it the best, in my opinion. And I just love her as an actor. So I'm really looking forward to that film. Come out July 10th. The following week, we have a new series on July 17th, and that is Cursed. Now, this is based on a novel by the great Frank Miller and Todd Wheeler. It's a reimagining of the Arthurian legend told in Catherine Langford's eyes. Now, Catherine Langford, of course, we know her from 13 Reasons Why, but also she was supposed to be Tony Stark's daughter, Morgan, as the older version of her when Tony goes into the Soul Stone, but she didn't make the cut of the film, but she is on the uncut, deleted scene, which you can see on Disney+. But I've seen a lot of Arthur stories, and a lot of them don't work for me, but I'm hoping that this is a newer reimagining. It has some action. I saw the trailer, kind of reminded me a little bit of The Witcher. So Catherine hasn't sold me yet as a badass character in regards to just being fierce and being, just a kick-ass character, but hopefully she proves me wrong, and I hope this is a really cool show, like I said, in the vein of The Witcher, which I really enjoy. So that's July 17th on a Friday. And then this isn't a new release, but I'm a big sports fan, basketball in particular, grew up with sports, grew up playing basketball. I didn't get a chance to see it on ESPN because I don't have cable, but that is Sunday, July 19th, The Last Dance, the documentary following the incredible run that the Bulls season. I believe it's their last championship that this doc covers, and I heard so many great things about it. Just the mindset of Michael Jordan and Scottie and, Phil Jackson, the whole damn crew. So I'm really excited to explore it. I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing it because I'm just going to consume it like everyone else did at home, which I'm going to probably watch it before I go to bed at night and just cover it maybe on my Instagram. But I'm really looking forward to dive into that because my favorite basketball player of all time is Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant's, mentor and kind of person he looked up to was Michael Jordan. He kind of based his foundation of his game on Michael Jordan. So I've always been a big fan of Michael. I'm from Chicago, so of course I rep the Bulls in regards to that phenomenal era and just dominance that the Bulls had. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out finally. So something that is new, which, when that film, the first film came out, I was not a fan. It was probably one of my worst films I saw. I believe it was 2017 or 2018 maybe, and that is The Kissing Booth 2. Now, hear me out. I'm really not looking forward to the second one, but Jacob Elordi, since I saw him in the first one, he has really changed my eyes as an actor, and that's due to the HBO phenomenal show last year, Euphoria, as, the character that he played on there, I believe his name was, it's slipping my mind, Tyler. I really love Euphoria, and I love all the actors and actresses from that show, so I'm looking forward to seeing Jacob in this movie now, the sequel. He was in the first one, and I just thought that everyone, even Jamie King, everyone in that film just didn't have good chemistry. The movie was terrible. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Jacob does, and hopefully the second one's a lot better. Not a little bit better, but a lot better than the first one. So that's Friday, July 24th, The Kissing Booth 2. And then rounding out the month, we have a series that's coming for its second season. That's July 31st. We have The Umbrella Academy Season 2. That is a show that I do have to binge. Didn't get a chance to see the first season. Kind of missed out on the hype train. So I'm going to probably give that a watch and binge it and check it out and see what it's all about. So transitioning into Apple TV Plus, we don't have a lot of big releases, but one that I am looking forward to a certain extent, and that is the new Tom Hanks film coming out Friday, July 10th. That is the Greyhound, or just flat out Greyhound, feature premiere film on Apple TV Plus, which was supposed to hit theaters, but obviously, like I talked about up top, COVID changed a lot of things for movies, so that will be a film that I'm not a big war guy, but I love Tom Hanks. And speaking of war films, Saving Private Ryan is one of my favorite war films. So I'm interested to see what this film has to offer. And that, again, is July 10th on a Friday on Apple TV+. Transitioning into Disney+. Again, not a big month. Of course, both of these platforms, and particularly Disney, they're going to put a lot of like things that we, that we grew up with that's going to be on the platform. Some Star Wars movies for the first time is going to be on the platform, like Solo, and they just recently got Avengers Infinity War. So you're, of course, going to get content on Disney+. But as far as new content goes, you have this Friday, July 3rd, you have Hamilton. The play will be available to watch. I've seen like a handful of plays growing up as a kid. Plays aren't really my thing, but I've heard great things about this, so I might give it a watch. We'll see, but I know a lot of people are excited for this. There's a lot of Hamilton fans out there. So this one is a very interesting one. That is July 31st. You have the visual album from Queen Bee, Beyonce, Black is King. This is inspired by The Lion King, and it is gonna essentially be a kind of a visual album for her new album that I believe is coming out at the end of this month. She not only wrote this film, but she's directed it. She's the producer, so she's pulling all her marbles in this, and she seems to be very passionate about it. So I'm not gonna say anything bad about Beyonce. I actually like her. I think she's a phenomenal performer, probably the best of my generation, and maybe of all time in some people's eyes. So I know she has a big fandom out there with the queen bees, or the beehive as they call them. So shout out to Beyonce and doing that big deal with Disney. So transitioning into HBO Max, we have Thursday, July 16th. We have the new TV series, original series called The House of Ho, which is the Crazy Rich Asians inspired comedy drama, a doc series. So very interested to see what this is about. See if it's connected at all to the film, if it's going to lead up to the second film that's supposed to be coming out for Crazy Rich Asians. So not too familiar with it, but I'll give it a shot because I actually like that film and interested to see what they do with the TV show. So the following week we have Friday, July 24th, The Room 104 final season premiere will be on HBO Max. Now, I haven't seen the last couple seasons of Room 104, but I did watch the first season. It was very intriguing. I'm a horror fan, and this isn't straight up horror. This is an anthology series. You have a group of different people through different years, generations, eras that stay the night at that room, and just crazy stuff happens. So I'm interested to see what they do with this final season, what amazing talent comes on the show. So I'm going to probably give the first couple episodes a watch and see what it's all about, wrapping up its season. So next platform we have is Hulu, and coming out Friday, July 10th, we have Palm Springs. This is the new Andy Samberg film, which essentially follows two people that are stuck in a time loop. They go as wedding guests and develop a budding romance while living the same day over and over again. So Andy Samberg, kind of hit or miss for me, but this trailer looked pretty good. I heard that it has some good buzz coming out of the festivals earlier this year, so I'll give it a watch. Again, that is July 10th on Hulu. So transitioning into, I guess I should have said this up top, there weren't a lot of amazing movies last month in June, but I do think The Five Blood was probably my favorite film, not only just of the month, but my favorite film of 2020 so far, so I really enjoyed that film. And then as far as TV shows, I fell in love with Doom Patrol, binged that within a week, the first season before the season 2 premiere, so check out those reviews. I love Doom Patrol, so that was something that stood out to me. And then most recently, I binged the first 2 seasons of Dark on Netflix over a 3-day span. One of the best shows of all time, in my opinion. One of the best sci-fi stories, time travel stories, family dramas, just incredible show. And then just most recently, season 3 dropped this past weekend, which I loved. Reviewed that show. But speaking of just kind of plugging some things, I will be talking about Dark a little bit more in depth come this Sunday. But just a brief little run through of things to look forward to besides all those movies and shows that I just went over for the month of July. I do have a lot of things planned this month. First and foremost, I should have said this up top as well. Thank you guys for an incredible month. For the I had over 800 new subscribers, so welcome to the community. 25 plus videos, 3 or 4 watch-alongs, Ask Me Anything. So this is just one of my favorite things to do on my, when I'm not at work, is just interacting with you all. So thank you for the support. But come this month, we got a lot of things coming for you all. Number one, we have my next watch-along for Midsommar. It's going to be myself, obviously, and a panel full of awesome people. That is this Friday at 7 p.m. July 3rd. We're going to be doing a watch along for Midsommar, which will actually be celebrating its 1-year anniversary. And then I had mentioned Dark a little bit earlier. We have the Dark series discussion with an incredible panel of travelers that will be talking about this show with me. We're going to be talking about the entire series. That's this Sunday, July 5th at 5 p.m. And then my buddy at Flix Talk, David, we're doing this weekly every Sunday at it's going to be 12 p.m. Central Time this week. We're going to be talking all movie news, TV news, all pop culture news. Come this Sunday and every Sunday we're going to be doing that. So check it out on his channel. So again, that is the month of July as far as my movie and TV bucket list, films I enjoyed last month, things that I will be doing this month. And again, a huge thank you to all the supporters of Movie Files. The community is incredible, and I love you all. So thank you for watching this review, this video, I should say. Again, in the comments, comment below. Let me know what you're excited for. Movies, TV shows, Blu-rays, comics, video games, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments. And also, what was your favorite movie or show that came out in June? So I hope you all are staying safe. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.